So I'm an idiot. I didn't sleep when I should have slept yesterday instead of fooling around with playing video games. I already don't have enough time to get my regular day in with doing videos and the kids and work. Like, I already don't have enough time for that. The fact that I then elect to play a video game for 4 hours yesterday, wait, 4 hours, maybe like 3 hours, not smart. I should have slept for an hour and worked on some other stuff. I think that person's a vegan. I don't know what gave me that inclination. If there was a meme that like I really like to see pictures for, it's vegan memes. I think they're so funny. The last one I saw was this dude. It's like there was a car accident and he was like ejected out of the windshield. He was like, looked like he was bloody. It was half his body was on the hood of the car, and this reporter is shoving a microphone in his face, and the guy's like, I just wanted to say I'm vegan. On that same line of discussion, I want to talk about Wrangler Star for a second. So Wrangler Star is an interesting dude. I wonder what he's like in person. I have a feeling that like when I see people on YouTube, like YouTube people, that they're generally like their on-screen persona. We're not actors, we're just regular human beings. But I have a feeling that Cody has nuances to his private life and his on-camera persona. I think they might be different. Anyway, with that said, his sister, I think, or the something P, I can't remember her name. Anyway, she got him to do a vegetable cleanse, and he did it, and then he went back to eating meat when he was on his vacation, his trip with his family. And vegans got so bent out of shape about it, like, oh, where's your integrity? You started eating meat again. And Mrs. Regular Star is the adjudicator of comments on his channel, and so she's going in there and saying like, well, it was a cleanse. He completed his cleanse, and now he's gonna have meat occasionally because it's just too hard to keep him fed and keep him, you know, calorie intake high. And that's a true statement sometimes, particularly for people who are very who are busy the way Cody is. But so she's applying logic to this argument, and the people who are vegan that want to go and fight with people online about being vegan, there is no logic. They don't want to talk logic. They just want to fight and push their agenda. And so she's just constantly coming back with these, like, you know, nice comments, being very rational, and they're just like foaming at the mouth. It sucks, but man, YouTube is a weird place. I knew when he made that video, I was like, oh, you're gonna regret this, bro. This will come back. The theme for today's video is going to be Panem et Circenses. Panem et Circenses, and I'm sure I'm not pronouncing that correctly. Bread and Circuses. What is Bread and Circuses? Well, a Greek, well, he's a Caesar, I guess. One of the Caesars, it doesn't matter. And if you've ever watched The Gladiator, right, the movie, basically that is what we're talking about here. The concept of all you have to give is give people a little bit of welfare and some kind of spectacle that they'll largely just keep belling up to the bar and maintain that status quo forever. You don't have to give them a lot, and they will just live in the shit. They'll just totally accept it, and that's pretty much it. There'll be some outliers, but they'll be the ones that generally profit off the people who are happy with the Panem et Circenses. So, Frontier is an internet provider that bought out a lot of the Verizon customer infrastructure in Southern California and Arizona, and I think up north, just all over the place, And there's been some bumps in their transition. And there was some kind of trade show that happened, and Frontier was there with one of their CEOs or executives and a whole bunch of staff for him. And he held a small conference to talk to people who are extremely unhappy. There's been outages for both cell phones and not cell phones. There have been outages for landlines and internet and etc. Just all kinds of problems. Cable. And people are livid. They are up in arms, so upset about what is happening to their access to the internet and their phone and cable and all this stuff. And somebody made an analogy that if people were only as upset about their rights as individuals as they were about their stupid internet access, we would be in a fundamentally different world, and we'd probably have peace on earth because people are just stupid. People get so stupid. That was a bit harsh. People are so absorbed in their everyday lives, and they just wanna take time and unplug every day. They just wanna disconnect, and the way they do it is with TV or the internet or whatever. And their creature comfort becomes more important than their actual lot in life. And they'll do just about anything to maintain that creature comfort. If it means sacrificing their lot in life or their potential, so be it. They don't care. So today is Monday for me, and that means we clean house. And Leia was so excited at the prospects of getting Ben and Edison out of the house by my hand. She said, if you leave, you take the kids with you, I'll clean the house. Deal! I'm not sure which house it is. It's one of these ones on this side of the street. But after Leia and I got married, we looked around in this neighborhood to buy a house. I don't know if you can tell, that noise is the 91 freeway. That like kind of din, the noise of just a rush of wind. Those are all cars on the 91 freeway. We looked at a house, it was well in our price range, probably because nobody wanted it, because it was in the freeway zone. Very loud, very well insulated home from what I remember correctly. The windows were all like triple pane, just to keep the noise out. Amway and Nutrilife. They live in that pyramid life, live in that pyramid scheme lifestyle. So what's my point? Bread and circuses. Well, it's more of a statement of our nature as human beings. We're just the type of people that eventually, not that we give up, but and for some people, just getting by, making do, getting a little peace, having a little R&R is fine, and they're happy with that. And when somebody's providing it for them, they're willing to do less and accept it. That's the thing with the bread and circuses. That was a way to appease the masses, not make them happy, just appease them. So just with regard to the frontier internet and the cable and all that stuff, maybe take stock of your life and what you're all about and think, is what this is just my bread and circuses? Am I just doing what Caesar wants, but Caesar is the government or whomever? Think about it. The takeaway from today is your time spent better doing something other than waiting for bread and circuses. Question of the day. Bread and circuses. What is today's bread and circuses? Welfare and the Kardashians? Welfare and cable television? Let me know in the comments below. See ya. We've come to the end of the video, and this is what we call a trailer. It's where I ask you, if you enjoyed the video, please give me a thumbs up. And if you'd like to see my day-to-day vlogs, hit subscribe. And if you want, I've got a whole playlist with over 700 videos just talking about stuff that you just watched. So if you enjoy all of that, go check that out too. I really appreciate you coming. Comment below. I engage with everybody, and thanks a lot.